Hey everyone, today I'm going to be unboxing this new mini Powerbank portable retro handheld game console. Now, if that sounds like a mouthful, it's because it's from AliExpress. So this handheld is pretty heavily advertised as a power bank besides a gaming device, but I plan to use it just for gaming, and especially just for Game Boy, but I might check out some older stuff anyways. Comes with both a USB-C charging port and a lightning charger. I would say the plastic of this is pretty cheap and it's really light, but I feel like if you're gentle with it, you should be okay. I don't think it'll fall apart if you drop it. In the box, it comes with wires to hook it up to your TV if you do want to play on your TV as well, which I think is a pretty cool feature. I personally will not be using that feature, but it does come with it. It also has micro SD where all the games are preloaded onto, however you can install your own game. The hundreds of games that do come with this are in Chinese, so I prefer to put my own games on because unfortunately I cannot read Chinese. The biggest issue I have with this device is my ROM, whether it be the ones that came with the device or the ones I put on myself, they play like twice the speed they should be playing. So like the music jumps and crackles, and it feels like I have to learn how to play all over again because it's just so fast, and I don't really know how to describe it other than like putting a YouTube video on 2x speed. But let me show you how much faster it loads compared to like other devices. So I did not see anything in the manual that said how to maybe turn it off on, because I know sometimes people do like to toggle that on purpose to have a faster playing game, but I don't see a way to turn that on or off. The manual doesn't mention it. The reviews where I bought this did not say anything about it, and I also looked into it. I guess some systems, like if you do a certain button combination, it can toggle a faster speed on or off. However, I tried like literally every combination I could think of, and I could not get the speed of the game to change. So I don't know if I just got like a faulty device or if I'm just missing something like a button combination to toggle it on or off. I did contact the seller and they don't really seem to know anything about that. They said they would ask their technician, and I haven't heard back in days, so I don't know what's going to happen with that. And I also looked in the actual settings menu. There aren't that many settings to mess around with. Like there's literally 3 options, so I cannot figure out this issue, and this issue alone is making this device almost unplayable for me personally. Other people might not mind that, but for me, I just like the normal speed, and I can't stand the crackling music that's like almost skipping because of how fast it's playing. So some other things, the buttons themselves are really loud and clicky, and the D-pad is mostly responsive. It doesn't get stuck like I noticed on some other devices be atrocious, but I find it okay here with it stuck in X2 speed, but even with it stuck in twice the speed it should be, so I don't think the D-pad is that bad. The actual plastic itself is pretty cheap, but again, I don't really care because for me, it's just fine. It's light enough. It's not heavy. So I also noticed on this store that I bought it from, there are 2 other models. One does not have any SD support at all, so I won't even bother with that one. But there's another one that's pretty much the same as this one, except it doesn't have the D-pad. It has just the joystick, so I think I'm going to try that out. And if that one doesn't have the speed problem, then I'll be very happy, honestly. And I do know there are more well-known brands that have better devices altogether, but those get really expensive really quickly. So for now, I just want a cheap device to play around with and see how much I actually use it before I get something better. Plus, this might be weird, but I usually like to keep, like the nice things at home, and then the out-on-the-go ones are the cheap devices. If it breaks and drops, then it won't be such a big deal. But overall, I think I'm going to try a different model. So for now, I don't recommend this one, only because of the speed problem. But like I said, I don't know if I have a dud. I've been waiting a few days from a response from the technician at the store that I bought it from, but it's very clear to me that they're not going to do anything and they're not going to respond. And I'm not going to open the return or anything like that because I really couldn't be bothered. But I will risk it more and buy from the exact same store, but a different model device. Is that dumb? Probably, but I want to try it out anyways. So after doing a little bit more research, I found that some devices, they purposely run ROMs faster so that way they play correctly on a television. So I looked into PAL and NTSC settings on the device. Now this actually does have these settings. However, when you put it to either one of those settings, like there's 3 settings. There's the 2 I just mentioned and LCD. So by default it's on LCD, but if you change it to PAL or the NTCS, it turns off the screen. So that defeats the purpose because, like I said, I want to play on the actual screen that came with the device. If I try to turn it into the other settings, it turns off the screen and it's trying to display on the TV. So that was my last effort for trying to get these games to play at a normal speed, but I guess they're made to run faster so that they can run on a TV. So I guess overall, if you plan to play on a TV, this device might be actually okay for you, but if you want it as just a handheld, then I definitely can't say that it's a good handheld. So I think what I'm going to do is try getting a different model that does not have the TV settings, and then hopefully it should run well. And that's pretty much it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.